That creepy reading. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Um, I admit I found you pretty. I mean, like I've heard of you before. I've seen you crop up, but I mainly heard of you through the jar stuff.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember you. Was it something to do with Plagued Moth? You had some sort
yep,
of.
yep. That guy's still fucking out there posting my address every other fucking week.
What's your
Oh
involvement
god,
with
don't.
him?
So long story short, I got a tip that this guy was selling like the gore videos that he was reacting to on his YouTube channel, which he was in fact advertising that he was in fact doing that. So I paid for his Patreon and found out that not only was he selling the gore videos he was reacting to, but he was not checking ID for it. He did
Oh,
check ID for the nudes and stuff, but if you give him $5, he will like fucking give you like children getting flayed and shit. Like he did not care. He had like a 14-year-old mod. So I like basically reported him to Patreon, and Patreon wanted nothing to do with that, and he lost his $10,000 meal ticket because he was making like 10 grand a month selling that shit. And he's been like coming after me relentlessly for over a year now because like he wants you to believe that I've been calling him like a pedo and stuff. Like he's like, oh, TCR called me a pedo, that's why I'm going after him. He's actually a pedo himself. That only reason why someone would have an issue with gore is if they're a pedophile. If you don't like me, you're a pedophile. You know, fucking Lyrics is a pedophile, TCR's a pedophile, Lazy Bedhead's a pedophile, everyone's a pedophile. Fucking Tom, honestly, if he could get away calling Turkey Tom a pedophile, Turkey Tom would also be a pedophile. This guy calls everybody a pedophile. Basically, that's his thing. He gets mad. He never admits that he does anything wrong, and he and his wife are just a bunch of like sycophant grifters, basically. I've been living my best life though, you know. Like I don't fucking linger on Moth. It's still affecting my day to day, even as he's doing the gross shit that he's still doing to me. Just that, you know, there's not really much I can do unless the platforms themselves get involved. And Twitter's already banned him like fucking 9 times, but you know, we'll just make a new account. I think right now he's like off of that, but now he's making like TikToks and Instagram posts about me.
okay, here we go. I mean, that's giving you a good summary. So, what have you got to say about Jar? What's going on?
Dude, the lore, it gets so deep. I was already looking at the Cine Bear stuff before Jar got involved, which is kind of how he came into my periphery. Me and Jar have had issues in the past because I have debated him, believe it or not, on a channel called Queen Serafina. It's I think the video playlist is called Senate Super Slammers, and it has like the fucking thumbnail's hilarious because it's like it's got like the autism speaks logo in it. Like we're both autistic, we're both dyslexic, and I big difference between me is that when I cover drama, I don't like get fucking canceled every couple of years.
Okay, so
So
look, listen, you're clearly an autistic yapper. Okay, so let's cut to the chase here. With this
cut
Senate
to the chase.
thing, that was some sort of like gay Discord debate thing with a bunch of art community degens. Is that right?
Pretty much, I basically went into a space that he was comfortable in, full of a group of his peers, so that I could criticize him in front of his friends. Because I had so much faith in my arguments, that this guy basically gets shit wrong all the time. Like
Okay.
he in that debate admitted that he has to delete 10% of just about every video because he gets shit wrong. And this is and the this fucking Cine Bear shit, that isn't the first time he's defended a predator.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
was. Yeah. Go on. Sorry, I
That would
was
be Tina
interested.
Fate 1.
Who? Sorry, Tina Fate won.
Yes. Tina Fate 1 was a porn artist on Twitter who basically he was a 19-year-old who was talking to a 17-year-old. Now the age gap isn't what matters, but Jar will tell you differently. Um, Tina Fate was pretending to be a woman who was catfishing someone who was in high school and trying to get nudes out of them, basically saying like, hey, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian, I think you're hot, I want to get nudes from you, that kind of thing. And he was using someone else's identity to trick this high schooler into giving him nudes. Now, that high schooler did actually lie about their age. You see, they were 16, not 17, but they were turning 17 in a few months. And Jar kind of took all this context, removed the part about the catfishing and just made it about the age gap. And even when we confronted him in that debate about it, even with like he wouldn't admit it until fucking Leo Convoy came in and screamed at him.
Oh my god!
You know, as you fucking go.
Leo Convoy was involved too. What the fuck?
Yeah, Leo Convoy fucking yelled at him. Because I mean, say what you want about Leo, he's definitely not the most reputable person on the internet. But let me tell you, he knows how to yell at people. And he held Jar's feet to the fire. And then after the fact, Jar was like, yeah, I really didn't change my opinion on Tina Fate. Because I was just saying shit because I was getting yelled at. And honestly, I think that's what he did to you. He just said shit because I don't really think he's fucking learned from any of this stuff because, you know, Jar has been made aware that him not reviewing chat logs, him not scripting out videos, all this stuff, he's been getting criticized for this for like years now. Years. And whenever you criticize him, he goes behind your back. He like fucking tries to get people to disconnect with you. One time he like got into a call with one of my mutuals to try to, and basically just told him that I'm an untrustworthy piece of shit because I called him out over the Tina Fate stuff.
Okay, aside from your interpersonal shit, what have you got of interest? Come on, give me the fucking meat and potatoes here. What's going on?
Oh no, me and Jar have like been at, you know, I've had my issues with Jar probably for a good 3 or 4 years now, and I have a personal thing where I don't like to talk or like cover people that I've personally interacted with, so that's why I've never made a video on them. It's a good rule not to intermix personal stuff with that. But that kind of fucking changes, you know, when the guy starts defending a groomer. I'm friends with a controversial internet figure called you've heard of Daft Pina, right?
No.
Okay, he's like a former art commentary dude who got hardcore like in trouble over some of the drama.
Just to cut you off, is this all like autistic art drama? I don't really care about any of this. Like, what have you got for me? What have you got to bring me here? You've come on stream. What do you want to talk about that isn't fucking autistic? I don't care. I don't know who any of these people are.
So, did you know that Jar makes his videos on a combination of Coke, Adderall, and magic mushrooms?
Okay.
That
sounds pretty crazy, dude. Whoa. Tell me more.
Let me get a screenshot because he admitted to it in the Senate server. Where do you want me to post this? You want me to just send it to you, or is there a room?
Yeah, send it to me. I'll put it in the stream chat just above the voice channels.
Sorry, I didn't necessarily prepare myself, so if I'm not presenting myself in the best light, I apologize.
No, it's fine. I appreciate you're excited about this and Jar's getting shit on. I just have, you know, I'm not interested in all these fucking autistic dramas that have happened.
No, I'm not interested in fucking recanting it unless I'm not interested in fucking talking about it unless if I, you know, have a good reason to. I'm not fucking invested in this like other or not invested in that.
Let's have a look.
Like
what have you got here? I do a lot of drugs. It took me time to get off cock. I'm presuming he means coke. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And I didn't even do it that much. He's full of shit. Okay.
According to Leo Convoy, one of his best friends, or former best friends, one time he tried to get Leo to use the white pages to find a phone number. And Leo did try to do that. The phone number turned out to be fake. And it turns out Jar wanted Leo to find a coke dealer who had stiffed him so he could go demand more coke.
Okay. Right.
There's a reason why his videos don't come out right. It's because this dude's perception of reality is completely fucking warped.
Sure, but I mean, you know, obviously the message you showed me, it doesn't kind of say that he's definitely on. You know, you're talking about he's doing these videos on drugs.
Yes, he routinely talks about how So I only got the screenshot. But I also have been talking with Leo and a few of his personal friends who say that this guy does just do a shitload of drugs all the time and that he's always on like some combination of stuff. Even in the Cine call, I think he admitted to doing a bunch of Adderall so he could stay up. This is just something that he casually mentions.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to be real with you. Okay?
Yeah.
This guy's banged to rights on cozying up to a pedo and then like defending them. I mean, the fact he does cocaine is fairly trivial to me. I just don't really care that much.
Yeah, there's probably a reason why he's defending. I don't think Jar realizes that asking for softcore porn from minors is like a problem. He's done that himself, apparently.
Okay, wait, what? You better have some fucking evidence for this, bro. What you want about?
Yeah, I called him yesterday.
Okay. What?
And
just
he admitted to it. Yeah, and he admitted to it.
Huh?
Yeah, I can give you the call. But yeah, just a robot admitted to it. This is going to be stuff that's coming down the pipeline. I don't know if I have permission to share the screenshots, but these screenshots of the chat logs, I have seen for myself. Long story short, from the context that was given with the screenshots, because most of the talking was done apparently in a voice call, but Jar was in a voice call on his server, and he's like, hey, I want to get Jaden Animations porn, or if someone draws Jaden Animations sexy for me, I'll give them the art roll. And
now you're talking, mate. Now you're talking. There we go. Okay. But yeah. So what proof have you got? Like, you got screenshots to back this up, is that right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and Jaden Animations. Wait, hang on a sec. You said about an underage aspect, or did I misunderstand?
The person was 17 when the person drew the artwork, and Jar was asking for this artwork, not only from his fans, but in a server that wasn't 18 plus, of artwork from someone who was quite literally a YouTuber.
10 minutes to say that he asked a 17-year-old for a comic, dude. No fucking way.
What are you doing here, Creeman?
10 minutes to get to. That's fucking crazy, bro. I can't, and you frame it as asking a minor, like it's the same as Cinebear's situation. They're 17, bro. Who gives a fuck?
Well, okay, dude. Wow.
There's a lot of reasons to give a fuck. Maybe don't be asking your fans like for pornography.
Do y'all have fans? Is this not just some retard in a Discord? Is this really a fan in the way that we think of like a Minecraft YouTuber preying on one of their child fans? No, it's not. Is it retard? Show me that. Show me that. Show me the whole fucking manipulation that's happened here. If he just says in a Discord, draw Jaden Animation sexy, and some 17-year-old draws Jaden Animation sexy, that's not fucking grooming, dude. And that's not even anywhere near as bad as Cindy did.
When the fuck did I say grooming?
Not even remotely comparable. Not even comparable.
I'm not calling Jar a groomer, buddy. Where did I say that? Like,
I'm saying it's not even remotely comparable to Cinny. You were saying he did it as well.
I wasn't comparing it to Cinny.
Yes, you were. You said he did it too. You said he did it too. That's what you started this off with. That was the whole point. It's not even remotely comparable. Asking us openly in a Discord, someone draw this, and a 17-year-old draws it. Was it even explicit? Was it explicit?
Originally, the request was explicit, but then he changed it to.
Okay.
I can't get a word in, dude. Like, do you want me to talk about this, or do you want to let this guy scream at me?
Yeah, come on, Creeman. Listen, mate. Here's the thing I want to say. Okay, like
I haven't even given the full context, but sure, man. I guess he did nothing wrong.
Well, I just think
feel free, post the evidence. But right now, it's you sitting here framing it as though he did the same thing as Cinny, and then you say, "Oh no, actually, he just asked in a Discord for someone to draw something, and that 17-year-old did it."
Okay, number one, do not ask your fans for free art.
Nothing else. All right, I'll see you later.
No, yeah, get the fuck out. I'm sorry, because I feel like that there is a multifaceted reason why this is not okay, other than just grooming. I don't necessarily think that it's grooming. I think it's negligence. Kind of like, giving cigarettes to an 18-year-old. You shouldn't be in your public server asking for art of a children's animation storytime YouTuber and not making not one.
Listen, I gotta keep it real with you here. I mean, without seeing the logs and stuff. I mean, it's for me, I'm like, oh, just a robot was asking for some fucking animation character that sounds totally deranged and degenerate and hilarious. But the way you framed it is that like it is like Cinebear. So if you want to make a claim that it's some serious thing that's happened here, it's like, well, I need to see the logs. I don't fucking know you from fucking Larry. So why would I just take your word for it, right? Like, if you're going to do something, put the fucking logs out and then we can see what it says. And if he's being, like Cinebear and getting this kind of artwork, then that's bad. But unless it is the same level of like going to a minor and stuff, I don't know. It just seems like you're kind of overselling it a bit, to be honest.
Let me change some of my wording here, because I'm not trying to say it's as bad as Cinebear, because Cinebear was like grooming a kid, trying to get that kid to read like fucking porn for him. That's not what Jar's doing. Jar just wants to get off and doesn't necessarily care who he gets it from. He's like, he's got that Coomer brain that he's just like, oh yeah, fans, please draw me porn. Draw me porn of this person who quite literally doesn't want porn drawn of them. So.
Sure. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, I'll base my opinion on when I look at the logs.
Give me a second. I'm just going to do some censoring for the chat because I don't necessarily want the person who release these to, out themselves unless if they want to tell their story. But I will give you I also have a phone call with Jar where he does admit to doing this.
Okay. Listen. Okay, don't rush through this now. Okay, you've told us about it. Queeman obviously was not impressed. I didn't invite him in; he just joined of his own accord to say all that. And obviously, we're going to assess it when it's out and have a look at it properly.
Right. No. I mean, like it's like 3 screenshots. It's very easy.
Okay.
But.
I mean, is that the main thing you want to say about this dude? Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much that. I think that this is a pattern of behavior that Jar, when it comes to the Cine stuff, the reason why he was so sympathetic to them is because they don't necessarily understand that like softcore porn and stuff like that with minors is like bad, and like, so that's the screenshot 1. This was when they were in a call and Jar was asking for it. And this is the DM conversations. As you can see, Jar even linked a Google search for Jaden Animations porn. He didn't ask this person for their age at the time. He didn't know. All right, don't get those wires crossed. Because that is not a fucking claim that I am necessarily trying to make here. Jar is not Cine. He's just a incredibly negligent YouTuber.
Sure. So, but here's the thing, right? To me, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I'm just going to block it out just to be on the safe side. But, the image. But I'm thinking, like, this just looks like something that I can have, like, a laugh at. It's, like, absurd of how ridiculous this is. And it hits a lot better than trying to frame it the way that you did originally. That's all. But let me throw this up real quick. So, hang on a sec. Okay. So just a robot sends a message that says, it's a Google search, Jaden Animations porn. Is that correct?
Yes.
Right, okay. And this person sends the image back. I hope to God this is worth it, but have fun, Jar. And it's the character lifting their top up to reveal their bra. Right?
Yeah. Apparently Jar, according to the story, Jar wanted like something more, but then he was like alerted that the person was a minor, so he changed the request to something less risque in the voice call.
And he said, that's hot. I mean, look, it's not like a fucking slam dunk. This is more comedic than anything else to me.
Yeah. No, it's not necessarily slam dunk. It's not. I didn't mean to come in here looking like I'm like the second Cine hit the towers. I apologize about that. I
mean, it's just, it's comedic, but I don't know. Like, it's, yeah. Okay.
I've got the second screenshot coming where this person kind of fronts Jar a bit.
And how old is this person that he's talking to? The person with the red?
I think he's like 21 currently.
And you're saying there was 17 at the time, is that right?
Yeah. And there's a text with Jar where he kind of admits that.
Okay.
Yeah, God, I'm doing my quick shitty censor job just because, again, this person, they came out about this in a Discord I'm in, and quite frankly, I think it's like completely irresponsible. I was one of the people that criticized Pro Jared just because I don't think it's acceptable to ask for like nudes and sexual favors and stuff like that from your audience. And this was happening in Jar's fan server. So when I say it's Jar's fans, I mean Jar was doing this in his like own server with his like audience and was like offering roles and stuff to do this.
It sounds like you got some sort of personal grudge with this guy, and you're using like what's happening as an opportunity to get this all out there. Is that about right?
Personal grudge? I would say that yeah, I do have an issue with him, but I do also feel like
I mean, you're bringing up fucking like I don't know, dude. Like, this is obviously, you're talking about some debate you had with him in the Senate. I don't know. It just seems like you got a personal thing with this dude.
I'm a little overwhelmed because there's a shitload of things I've been through with this guy, and it's all like hitting me at the exact same time, and it's very hard for me to like keep a consistent through line. I've been trying to get this guy to like take some actual respect with the content that he makes and not fuck up these situations, and he keeps doing it. And this is just kind of the final straw for me. Yeah, I'm really fucking fed up with this because I've been telling him that if he keeps fucking it up and not doing the research and not reading these chat logs and shit, that he's going to end up defending another groomer. And here we are, where he's defended another groomer. Well, I don't think Tina was a groomer, but still catfishing a minor is wrong, but he couldn't fucking see the problem with that. Here's the second screenshot where Jar is explicitly told that he was, thanks, OMG, you made porn a Jaden for me. Yeah, I was 17 at the time.
Okay.
And he tried to tell me that in the voice call, he tried to tell me that he didn't really want porn and he didn't know if he even asked for it. But it's like the guy sent a Google search to someone who he didn't verify was over the age of 18 trying to get lewd artwork. I mean, like, there's fucking Nolan from the Pizza Party podcast who, like, made art of his characters, like, wrapped up in blankets or something. Like, safe for work images, but ultimately for his sexual gratification. And that guy got canceled way harder. Or that guy got canceled
know the guy's age at the time it happened?
He didn't, but he also wasn't in an 18-plus server asking for porn.
Right. Okay. I mean, the story just gets less and less egregious as it goes on.
I didn't mean to paint it as like the end of the world.
I mean, listen, look, I thought Creamer was being quite rude. Yeah, but he did, right? I mean, what the fuck, dude? It's like nowhere close. And obviously, it's probably a bit weird and funny to laugh at. But like this idea, it's like anywhere close is absurd.
I just again, my issues with him, and I guess from my perspective, has always been his work ethic and his inability to like think things through. And this is kind of another example of that. And I think that when he was the point that I wanted to do when I came into the call would just point out that, Jar, he goes like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, he's been made aware of these issues for years now, like explicitly to his face by not only his friends, me, but other people. And this is just kind of examples of him being completely negligent. And it's not like damning on its own, but when you take it as a picture, it kind of paints something.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
look, I didn't mean to come in here
calling,
like the
wait a second. You're calling just a robot negligent. You've come in here and without, just a bit of quest talking, you're claiming that he's done something tantamount to what Cinebear did, and that's just not true.
I'm not. I wasn't trying to do that, and I will take ownership that it may have been that I may have like hopped into this call without necessarily having my ducks in a row, and I do apologize about that.
Okay. It's fine. Yeah, listen, it's just annoying. It's very annoying.
Okay,
I'm skin off my nose, and that I'm not the one saying this shit, but like you're coming in and fucking saying crazy shit, and I'm like, what's going on? And it's nowhere near as bad as you first present it.
Right. No. I'm sorry about that. I fucked up. Anyway.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Is there anything else?
How do I make money?
Well, is there anything else? And was this the main thing you had to talk about with this guy?
If you want, I could give you the phone call that I had with Jar. I don't know if it's going to release anything
listen. New. No, sure. Listen, I'm looking for more Jar content. So if you've got like a call to listen to, I'll happily take it and give it a listen. Tomorrow, probably, I'll listen to it.
Okay, cool. Let me. I got to talk with a few people, but I will be giving this call out. It will be public. And I just figured that that's just some information for the world to give context and stuff like that. Most of the city stuff is kind of in the middle, and the new stuff is kind of at the end. And then the beginning just kind of goes over some of the Zayd stuff. But that's more autistic ACC stuff. Anyway, that's my call-in.
Thanks for coming
That's the context I wanted to give. Sorry that I made an ass of myself. Have a good one.
Okay, bye-bye. God. He got a very icy reception from you guys, didn't he? Eh? God, you guys are very, very, you know. Oh, you don't fuck around, do you, chat, eh? The tomatoes are flying. Well, yeah, listen, you know, he comes in and says he's got stuff to say, and it starts off with, like, autistic art commentary stuff I don't care about. And then we get to something that could have some legs, and then it's just not how he presented it, you know? Let him be a warrior. I don't know, dude. I listened to the call. I'm, you know, on the hunt for more, just a robot stuff. After all of this, do you support Mr. Robot? Well, I don't know about that. Okay, listen, guys. I'm going to head over to the gaming stream, I think. Or should I speak to Moreau briefly?